The Daily Stoic by Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman. Shakrut. Introduction. What is Stoicism? Welcome to this summary of The Daily Stoic, a modern guide to ancient wisdom that brings the philosophy of Stoicism into our everyday lives. Authors Ryan Holiday and Stephen Hanselman have created a year-long journey through Stoic principles, offering 366 daily meditations drawn from the teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. Stoicism isn't about being emotionless or indifferent, as the modern misuse of the word suggests. Rather, it's a practical philosophy for living a good life. The Stoics believed in focusing on what we can control, accepting what we cannot, and developing inner strength through reason and virtue. The book is structured around three main themes that form the foundation of Stoic practice: perception, how we see the world; action, how we behave in it; and will, our inner strength and acceptance. These aren't separate concepts, but interconnected disciplines that work together to create a resilient, purposeful life. The ancient Stoics weren't ivory tower philosophers. Marcus Aurelius was a Roman emperor facing wars and plague. Epictetus was born a slave. Seneca was a playwright and advisor, navigating the dangerous politics of Nero's court. They developed Stoicism as a practical tool for facing real hardships, making it remarkably relevant for modern challenges. Part 1. The Discipline of Perception. Controlling your perceptions. The first part of the book focuses on how we interpret events around us. The Stoics taught that events themselves are neutral. It's our judgments about them that cause suffering or peace. We don't control what happens to us, but we absolutely control how we perceive and respond to it. Holiday emphasizes that our perceptions act as a filter between reality and our experience. Two people can face the same situation and have completely different experiences based solely on how they choose to view it. A traffic jam can be an infuriating waste of time or an opportunity for quiet reflection. A setback can be a disaster or a learning opportunity. Objectivity and clear thinking. The Stoics advocated for seeing things as they truly are, not as we fear them to be or wish they were. This means stripping away emotional reactions and examining situations objectively. When Marcus Aurelius felt overwhelmed, he would describe things in their most basic terms, reducing elaborate problems to their essential components. This practice of objective perception helps us avoid catastrophizing or creating unnecessary drama. A critical email isn't a personal attack on your worth, it's words on a screen. A rejection isn't a commentary on your value as a person, it's one outcome among many possibilities. The power of framing. How we frame experiences determines their impact on us. The book explores how Stoics deliberately practiced reframing obstacles as opportunities. Every challenge contains the seeds of growth if we're willing to look for them. A difficult colleague teaches us patience. Financial hardship teaches resourcefulness. Physical limitations teach creativity. This isn't toxic positivity or denying reality. It's about recognizing that we have agency in how we interpret our circumstances. The Stoics distinguished between preferred outcomes and ultimate good. While we may prefer health over sickness, our character development and virtue are the ultimate good, and these can be cultivated in any circumstance. Staying present. Much of our suffering comes from dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. The Stoics emphasized focusing on the present moment, the only time we actually have control over. Holiday explains that anxiety about the future is often wasted energy on things that may never happen, while ruminating on the past changes nothing. By training ourselves to return to the present moment, we reduce unnecessary suffering and increase our effectiveness. We can only act now, in this moment, with what's in front of us. Separating what we control. Perhaps the most famous Stoic principle is the dichotomy of control. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. What's up to us includes our judgments, opinions, efforts, and responses. What's not up to us includes other people's actions, outcomes, reputation, and external events. The book teaches that peace comes from investing our energy only in what we control. We can control our preparation, but not whether we get the job. We can control our kindness, but not whether it's reciprocated. We can control our integrity, but not our reputation. This distinction isn't about giving up or being passive. It's about directing our energy wisely and not wasting it on futile struggles against reality. Part 2. The Discipline of Action. Right action and virtue. The second section shifts from perception to behavior. The Stoics believed that philosophy without action is worthless. Wisdom must be lived, not just contemplated. They identified 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, self-control. Holiday emphasizes that these virtues aren't abstract ideals, but practical guides for daily decisions. Wisdom helps us see things clearly. Courage enables us to act despite fear. Justice ensures we treat others fairly. Temperance keeps us from excess and helps us maintain balance. Doing your duty. The Stoics had a strong sense of duty to family, community, and humanity. Marcus Aurelius would remind himself each morning that he would encounter difficult people, but that they were his fellow human beings, and he had an obligation to work with them. The book explores how we each have roles to play: parent, worker, citizen, friend. Excellence comes from fulfilling these roles with integrity and effort, regardless of recognition or reward. The reward is in the doing itself, in knowing we acted according to our principles. Small actions, big impact. Stoicism teaches that we should focus on small, consistent actions rather than waiting for grand gestures. Holiday emphasizes that character is built in small moments, choosing honesty when a lie would be easier, showing kindness when it's inconvenient, maintaining discipline when no one is watching. These daily choices compound over time. We become what we repeatedly do. Aristotle said this, and the Stoics agreed. Virtue is a habit, built through practice. Obstacle. As Opportunity 1 of Holiday's key themes, and the subject of his other book, is that obstacles are not impediments to action, but the path itself. Every obstacle presents an opportunity to practice virtue. A difficult situation is a chance to practice patience. An opponent is a chance to practice understanding. A failure is a chance to practice resilience. The Stoics believed that external obstacles cannot stop us from being good people. Even if we're prevented from one action, we can always choose a virtuous response. If someone prevents you from helping in one way, you can help in another. If one path is blocked, your character isn't. You can always choose integrity, kindness, and effort. Taking the right action. The book emphasizes that Stoic action is purposeful, not reactive. Before acting, we should pause to consider, is this necessary? Is it kind? Is it honest? Does it align with my values? This doesn't mean endless deliberation. The Stoics valued decisive action once the right course was clear. But it does mean avoiding impulsive reactions driven by anger, fear, or desire for approval. Working with others. Despite Stoicism's focus on self-reliance, the philosophy recognizes that humans are social creatures. We have obligations to each other. Holiday explores how Stoic principles apply to relationships and community engagement. The Stoics taught that we should act for the common good, not just self-interest. Marcus Aurelius wrote about working together like parts of a body, each contributing to the whole. This means patience with others' flaws, collaboration towards shared goals, and recognizing our interdependence. Part 3. The Discipline of Will. Inner Strength and Resilience. The final section addresses the discipline of will, our inner fortitude and ability to accept what we cannot change. This is about building an invincible inner citadel that external events cannot disturb. Holiday explains that willpower in the Stoic sense isn't about forcing yourself to do hard things through gritted teeth. It's about aligning yourself with nature and reality, accepting what is, and finding strength in that acceptance. Accepting fate. The Stoics practiced amor fati, love of fate. This means not just accepting what happens, but embracing it as necessary and even good. Every event is part of the larger tapestry of existence, and fighting against reality only creates suffering. This doesn't mean we don't work to improve things or accept injustice. It means we accept the starting point of now, the reality of what is, and work from there without resentment or denial. Preparing for hardship. The Stoics engaged in negative visualization, imagining loss, hardship, and death, not to be pessimistic, but to be prepared. By contemplating worst-case scenarios, they reduced fear and increased gratitude for what they had. Holiday discusses how this practice builds resilience. When we've mentally prepared for difficulties, they're less shocking when they arrive. We've already considered how we might respond with virtue intact. Memento Mori, remember you must die, was a common Stoic meditation. Far from being morbid, this awareness of mortality clarifies priorities and motivates action. If our time is limited, we can't waste it on pettiness, resentment, or trivial concerns. The book explores how death awareness paradoxically makes life richer. When we remember that this conversation, this meal, this day might be our last, we engage more fully and appreciate more deeply. Letting go. The discipline of will includes learning to let go of outcomes, possessions, even people. The Stoics reminded themselves that everything is borrowed, including our own lives. Children grow up and leave. Friends move away. Bodies age and fail. Holding too tightly creates suffering. This doesn't mean not caring or not loving. It means loving without attachment to permanence, enjoying without grasping, caring without controlling. Finding strength in acceptance. True strength, Holiday argues, comes not from controlling everything but from accepting what we cannot control and focusing energy on our response. The Stoics faced exile, loss, illness, and death with equanimity because they had cultivated inner resources that external events couldn't touch. This inner fortress is built through daily practice, choosing virtue over comfort, truth over convenience, effort over ease. Each small choice strengthens our will. The Stoic Reserve Clause. When acting, the Stoics added a mental reservation. I will do this, fate permitting. Or, I will try this, reserving my acceptance of the outcome. This protected them from disappointment when results didn't match efforts. We can control our actions, but not outcomes. By reserving our peace for what we control, we remain steady regardless of results. Conclusion. Living Stoicism daily. The Daily Stoic presents Stoicism not as an ancient relic, but as a living philosophy for modern life. Holiday and Hanselman have made these teachings accessible through daily meditations, each offering a specific practice or reflection. The key takeaways from this philosophy are: control your perceptions. Events are neutral. Your interpretations create your experience. Practice seeing things objectively, without added drama or judgment. Act with virtue. Let wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance guide your decisions. Focus on small, consistent actions that build character. Develop your will. Build inner strength through acceptance, preparation, and focus on what you control. Let go of what you cannot control. Live in the present. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. Your power exists only now, in this moment. Practice daily. Stoicism isn't studied, it's practiced. Each day offers opportunities to apply these principles in real situations. The beauty of Stoicism is its practicality. You don't need special equipment, unusual circumstances, or perfect conditions. You can start exactly where you are, with what you have, facing whatever you're facing. Every moment is an opportunity to practice. The book's daily format acknowledges that transformation happens gradually. By engaging with one meditation per day, readers build the habit of Stoic reflection and slowly internalize these principles until they become second nature. Holiday and Hanselman have shown that ancient wisdom remains powerfully relevant. In a world of constant change, information overload, and unprecedented challenges, Stoicism offers an anchor, a set of principles that help us navigate any situation with clarity, courage, and integrity. The goal isn't perfection. The ancient Stoics themselves struggled and failed, but they kept practicing, kept returning to their principles, and kept trying to live according to their values. That's what the Daily Stoic invites us to do, not to achieve some idealized state, but to practice daily, fail gracefully, and keep returning to the pursuit of wisdom and virtue. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Waste no more time arguing what a good person should be one." That's the invitation of this book, to stop merely thinking about philosophy and to start living it one day at a time.